125th Street, Harlem, New York. Started off in 1969. We are under Commanding General Yohana and Commanding General Yohana only. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We're not affiliated with any other faith camp. We're not affiliated with any Muslim mosque or any other organization. If you're not in the ISUPK, then you ain't in the truth, man.
Right.
We're in the ISUPK teaching the Lashawan Qadash class here tonight. Officer Isupk teaching Lashawan Qadash and bring us where we teach ancient and Assyrian Hebrew on our chart here that we got. And we're going to go over a few things. What we got? I think let's get the tenses and a little vocabulary. And we're going to go over some things from last week and some things from this. Who we got in the chat? You know, can you check in your
We don't got nobody in there yet. We ain't got
okay. All right, that's fine. You check in, then you check in. You make sure. I'm sure there are people there. They're just not local yet, right? There's some people out there. But this we let you know that Lashawan Qadash is it is the oldest language in the world. The Most High made sure of that. That's what he gave us. Of course, he confounded the language in the Tower of Babel, of course, you know, because everybody was speaking one language at the time. But the Most High is giving us Lashawan Qadash. Of course, when we were in captivity in Assyria, we got caught up in the Syrian captivity. And they start changing our letters on us, man. It sounds the same. Hebrew reads from right to left, You know, we go Abba Gada, Hawa Zakata Yakala, Manasa, Aipatazakwa Rashatha. And it's the same thing down here in the Syrian language. A lot of people don't realize that really all you have to do is learn how to write the Syrian. You'll have the same mastery of the language as you do ancient and or Assyrian, right? And how many characters are there in Hebrew? There are how many, officer?
22 and 27.
Okay. There are 22 characters, officer said. Officer, we have Officer in the yard with us. Officer 50 in the yard. There are 22 characters in the Hebrew, man. And of course, 22 characters in the Hebrew, and of course, there are 27 in the Syrian Hebrew because why? Why are there 27 in the Syrian Hebrew? There you are.
It's like that for me, because the ending characters.
Because of the ending characters, they occur what? When do they occur?
At the end of every sentence.
At the end, right?
Right.
That's when they occur.
Right.
That's exactly right. They occur. And we're going to go over that a little bit. We're going to go over a little bit and what the tenses are like. I think we may just go to present tense. We may go to past tense and future because I don't want to go through all of those tenses because it'll get a little confusing. We have to go in a little bit of time. So I think last time I did it was the past tense, I believe.
Right. And
now we're going to go over the present tense tonight. Maybe another time we'll do future tense. We'll do a few examples tonight also. And we're going to touch on a little vocabulary. I got some vocabulary on the board. I'm waiting for people to check in the class. The officer in the yard. You know, to translate what I got on the board, right?
Right.
And then we'll get the people checked in. Because I know you have Friday night, man, where people are getting what are they getting, man? The yah.
Right. The strong, right?
That's strong, the yah, right? And what else? They're getting your yam, water, maybe even a cup of coffee.
Right.
But you can bet they're getting that yam, man. It's Friday, man. Like have a lot of people TGIF, right? They come home, man, hard day's work to get them a little drink to pass through the time, right? Am I right?
Right.
That's what you want. And so and that's what people get on Friday night. So I know you're taking your time. You got your family. You probably done ate a little bit of the chicken, right? What? The dad done got a big piece of chicken and that. But if he gonna be sensible sometime, let's give it to the children sometime, man, right? And let them have the big piece of chicken. She got you. If she's a Proverbs 31 wife, what she'll do is she'll let the children have the first parts, but she'll have you some special chicken over there with special herbs and spices. You know, something different to let you know that you're the man of the house. And it was good waiting for that chicken, right?
Right.
Or steak, or whatever you got, or some lamb, right? Anything but some pork. We don't eat that non-GBK, right?
Right.
We don't eat that stuff. The Most High told us not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. We don't eat that. Well, you find that for me in the yard. What the Lord told us in Leviticus. What is that? Leviticus 11 chapter.
11 chapter.
Find that. Show them what we got. What the Most High told us not to eat this pork, man. Show them. You say you don't eat this. You know. You don't eat this stuff. But we have to prove all things. Because we got people looking in and say, "Oh man, you know, as long as you bless it, you know, we don't eat that stuff." Nah, man, you know. Nah, we don't fool with that. But I mean, you know, it's just since I just thought about it since you said it. Because we eat the good foods, we eat clean foods, right?
Right.
So that's what we do.
Okay.
Right.
All right, this is Leviticus
What you got?
chapter 11, verse 7.
Right.
And the swine, though he divideth the hoof
Right.
and be cloven footed,
Right.
yet cheweth not the cud.
Now you know cloven footed is like three cloves. You ever seen them animals? It got like a cow. They got that cloven footed, but he does what now?
But he cheweth not the cud.
He don't chew up the cud. That means he don't chew his food like a cow chews. Cows got about what, 4 or 5 stomachs?
Right.
A pig just in and out.
Right.
Because that's his job. A pig will eat a bandage on the street if you let him. He'll eat some excrement mixed up with some pig slop. He don't care. Because that's his job. And he's doing a good job of cleaning the streets. That's his job. A nasty, stinking varmint. Read that again.
And the swine,
Right.
though he divideth the hoof,
Right.
he be cloven footed.
Cloven foot, right.
And yet he cheweth not the cud.
The Bible says you don't chew the cud. He's what?
He is unclean unto you.
Now you can eat him all day long.
He is unclean to
The
you.
Bible says he's unclean to you, man. He's a nasty animal, right?
Right.
Right. He is a nasty, dirty animal. So the Most High gave us the clean foods, man. You know, go in there and read down there a little bit further where it says the foods that we're supposed to eat. Man. Read that. Same chapter, Leviticus, right there. There you are.
Okay.
Right. Leave some examples of the food, like you know, of course, you know, in that same chapter it tells you not to eat pork, of course, shrimp, crab, lobster, you know, all this stuff. We'll Lashawan Qadash class, but we'll touch on all that. We'll show a few things, man. The pig is a despicable animal, man. You shouldn't even touch this thing, man. It's a rodent rat that's made. Well, it's made to clean up this earth. You shouldn't eat that kind of thing, man. That's not something that you're supposed to be going around bragging about. Oh, the Lord can bless this pork with this rice over here, clean food. So I'm gonna put it with some pork, some dirty food. What you got over there?
All right, Leviticus chapter 11, verse 21.
Read for me, Bible Shot.
Yet these may ye eat. Of every
What the
flock.
Bible say?
Yet these may ye eat.
These, what did it say? These may you pray over?
These may ye eat.
So the Bible says that the preacher can pray over them every day.
Yet these may ye
The
eat.
Bible says these may ye eat. The Most High is saying this, okay? The Levite priests got this, okay? To give to us. Read.
Yet these may ye eat. Flying or creeping thing
Right,
that goeth up upon all four,
right,
which have legs above their feet,
right.
to leap withal upon the earth.
That don't sound like no frog. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Even
Right.
these of them ye may eat.
Right.
The locust after his kind,
If you want to eat a locust, go ahead. You know,
and the bald locust
all over. Yeah, go ahead.
after his kind,
Right.
and the beetle after his kind,
If you want to do that, go ahead. He's clean. Go ahead.
and the grasshopper after his kind.
Yeah, the people eat grasshoppers. Yeah, but go ahead.
But verse 23, but all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet
Right.
shall be an abomination unto you.
That's right. Get to the cattle food. Go
Oh,
ahead. And then it's all that's those things good. I know you gave us those things. That's cool. You know. Get you some more of them. Go ahead. Got it?
Okay. Trying to see how far back I gotta go.
These made you eat. Okay. I mean, basically, it was right before the pigs.
Right.
I think it was like Leviticus 11, right before you got to the nasty, despicable pig. Go back there. I believe that's where it is. You know, we're just kind of showing you, like on Friday night, these are things you sit down, you eat food, man. We're gonna go a few of these words here. Go ahead.
All right. So whatsoever part of the hoof and is cloven footed,
Right.
and chew of the cud among the beasts,
Yeah.
that ye shall eat.
Yeah, that sounds like a cow.
Right.
Because that's what they do. They part the hoof and they chew their food over and over again. That's exactly what a cow does, right?
Right.
Yeah, who got checking and check? Okay, go ahead. Read it.
In verse 4,
Right.
nevertheless, these shall ye eat not. Oh, nah.
Okay, yeah, we went over that. But anyway, you got a good idea, right? So you need, I mean, there are more things, and that's what you can get off. I just want you to let them know that pigs you can't eat because they're despicable, man.
Right.
But cows you can eat. One chew up the cud, cloven-footed, the other cloven-footed. But he chew him out the cud. You can't touch him; he's unclean, right?
Right.
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 Okay. So they call these things certain names for these. We'll go over some of these in a little bit here. That makes sense.
Come.
Right. And then of course, the word for strong drink, like my name is Kazak, but that doesn't mean strong for wine.
Right.
It just means strong because I got a muscle. Strong, strong. But when you want to say strong for wine, you want to say shakar. Okay? Matter of fact, we'll write this on the board. Shakar. Let's see what we got here. If you want to say strong for wine, let's write it over here. Well, I say, what's wine? Yayan?
Come.
Yayan, right? Ya, right? So you say yan, right?
Right.
Yayan. Then if you want to say shakar, sha, I think it's sha, is it sha? What's that? Shakar. Right? Shakar. Yeah. The shakar simply means strong. So when you say strong, I got to erase it when you get a time. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. You want to say for the word shakar for strong, you say sha what? Shakar, like this. Shakar. And that means strong for the wine. Okay? So there's a difference in words when you're talking about yayan. So this is saying basically strong wine. Right? You want to say strong wine. Or strong drink for that matter, right?
Right.
We'll just say strong wine right for the time being, right? And of course, Kazak means strong as in strength for a man, or strength like a strong voice. So, or a strong stand, Kazak Ahmad. You follow me?
Come.
So it's different. You can use that word, but you can never use shakar. If you want to say strong when you're talking about a man, but you're really talking about a noun like wine or a drink, you say shakar. That makes sense?
Right. Come.
Right? And that's what the Most High is giving us, okay? So who got in chat? We got people in chat.
Like I said, we got Sister Alicia Mardakis Real.
Lisa, okay.
And we got also Rockers checking in from Columbia, South
All
Carolina.
right, cool.
And that's it.
Cool. So good. Let's clap it up for her, right? So we're letting people know basically when you're reading Hebrew from right to left, we got words like shakar. Put that in your vocabulary. It's important before we get to the tenses here. But put this in the shakar. That means strong, right? This word right here. But of course, another word for strong is what they are?
Kazak.
Kazak. Spelling is wrong place. There we go. Kazak, right?
Right.
Okay, but that simply means the strength of a man. Oh, his strength that he does. He may have a strong voice, like I reiterate.
Right.
We may use that name as strong stand. It's like a mob, right?
Right.
Okay, and we can use that name over and over. It's Kazak. Okay? And that's a manly name. But now if you want to name a woman for Kazak, meaning strong, you would say Z-A-C-H. Kazak. So it's a different spell. This would be feminine. This would be masculine. It's a big difference. So you don't go around calling a man Kazak and feminine. You use this one, Kazak. That makes sense? Okay. But when you want to say wine, strong wine or strong drink, you want to say shakar. Okay? Shakar yayan means strong wine. Just like that. Okay? That makes sense?
Okay.
Because those are written, also they're written in ancient writing here. I mean, instead of Assyrian, we write them in ancient. Can you see that?
Yeah, constantly.
I have it, okay? Now, if you're in the chat, still got people in the chat coming into class. I got a word up here on the board I want you guys to translate. So I went off on this one right here so people understand that. I got a word I want you guys to translate for me. I know we still got people checking in the class. You know, we got still got who we got out there? Parabah, who else? Charles Rib. We got people checking the class. Who else? We got Sister Labaya, Sister Shara. We got people checking class all the time. Nalazaz Rib, Nalazaz Gabar's Rib. We got people checking class all the time. And of course, I know they may be giving their husbands dinner. And I can understand that. Hey, listen, check this first word out here. Try your best to transliterate that word. Who got still got people checking that, right?
We got Officer Kamawan checking in.
Kamawan. Oh, Lord. The Kamawan. Hey, I haven't been in class in a while. Come on, bro. How about you? Wait a minute. How about you? How shot rock thumb to all my brothers. How was Shemala Thaba Shimmy? How was shy to my sisters? Right? Give you greetings there, man. That's what we have to say. Right? We have to salute you. Salaki, not greetings. Salute you. Okay? This first word up here, this one, the one that I have an arrow pointed at, right here. I want y'all to transliterate that word. You can get your piece of paper to Nayar. You want to? What's that word? Transliterate that word right there, man. Let's do something. Huh?
Yeah, Kamawan, he already got an answer. He say Kazak. Oh, it's like Slagi.
Where you at?
Kazarium.
Where you at? Oh, he over here?
I think so.
No, I'm at the top one. But you.
Oh, he did the other one. He say.
Okay, give me both. Spell what he got there, sir.
H
Huh?
A
A-H.
R-A
Uh-huh.
G-A-M-A-N.
G-A-M-A-N.
Concept. M-A-N. Garland.
Man, I got that too close.
Argamon.
Argamon.
Nice.
Aragaman. I'm sorry.
Argamon.
Yeah, and I got too close. Let me be sensible and write it better. I can do that. Okay. Let's do that again. Spell it again. A-H.
A-H-R-A G-A-M-A-N.
Okay, there we go. Okay, that's the word, right? Aragaman, right? Because you got the other one there?
Yeah, concept. You got the other.
Anybody else?
Lost. Ain't nobody else.
Okay. Hey, go ahead.
He say he spelled it C-H-A-A.
C-H-A-A. You got that word up there?
Con.
Go ahead.
Z-A. Oh, it's like C-H-A-A-Z-A. It's like Z-A. R-A. I mean A-R. It's like A-R. Y-A-M.
Wait a minute. Start over. I'm sorry. Stop.
All right, so you got
C-H-A-A.
concept. Z-A.
Okay, hold it. It's my fault. Yes, let me be more detailed. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, C-H-A-A-Z.
Right. C-H-A-A.
Z.
Z.
A.
A.
Y-A.
Y.
R.
R.
Y-A-M.
Oh, Y-M. What is that? Kazarium. Anybody got any idea what this spell? What these two words spell? See if you can take it. I'll tell you what they spell. We'll give you the first one. Right? The first one spells purple.
Good night.
What?
Oh.
Purple. Right? And what do you think the next one is? Purple. Who wear that purple out there?
I already know the IUIC.
IUIC. What do we call them?
Pig.
That's what that word is. The purple pigs with an S, right? So or swine. Purple pigs, man. Or we can call them swine.
Someone said good night.
Who said it?
I was gonna come one and say good night.
But that's the word he's translated right there. Hey, you did it. You said it, bro. You said it, officer. Aragaman Kazayarayam. That's what that is. A purple pig. The ones that would go and encroach on people's camps. What else? They go. What does the purple pigs do, man? Go to talk about corrective rape.
I'm a snitch.
I snitch and I'm a snitch. Turn people in at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, waking up women, trying to get them, get them to tell the wrong truths or whatever.
It's much polygamy.
And talk about there's much polygamy. Them we will say it this way. Agaraman Kazayarayam. Kazayarayam. Purple pigs. That's what they is. Right? They earn that name.
Right.
Because they don't do the things of the Most High. They couldn't go around doing what else they got up there, man? And sending rod pictures around each other. That's gay.
Gay.
That's pig. What do we just read about the pig? You can't eat. You can't. This thing you know he's supposed to be touched. So that's what we don't. We have no affiliation with these Kazariyam. And I purposely What do you say? Good night, huh? I purposely look.
I ain't see that coming.
You ain't see it coming. Did you?
I ain't see that coming.
I purposely put an S on that. And they swine. Or you could say it's the same word for pork. Same thing. Now think about that. Same thing. Kazar Yarayam. I always do this once in a while, man. Yeah, I'm doing this because it needs to be done.
Right.
But see, you see our students, they're the one who broke it down. I simply looked the word up. Kazar Yarayam. Kazayar Yam. Anybody else checking in class? But he got the idea. There's pigs, swine, pork. That's what that word means, man. Because of the nasty, filthy things that they would do. Lies. The pig abomination. Kazar Yar Yum. Purple pigs. What does the word purple mean? Aragaman. Write that down in your vocabulary. Aragaman. Kazar Yar Yum. That's more than one pig. That's many of them. But they believe in what? Numbers, right?
Right.
So we make sure we give them that yum. No.
We gotta give them that.
Give them the yam.
The yam.
They want to be yum. They want to be more than one pig. So we give them that yum. We give them that kazar. I was gonna say kazar yar. Purple pig. No, they that's what the word. Hey, listen. They earn that word because, hey, who in the world gonna go around trying to correct a woman,
right? Correct
a lesbian by raping her to change her nature, her nature and her. I mean, are you crazy? But this is what Aragaman Kazar Yayam means. That's what they do. The leader of their nation allows that. The last film, didn't he have one of them go around twerking?
Right, twerking.
Go around twerking, man. I mean, hey, that's gay, man. And we don't do that stuff up here. So Lashawan Qadash class, you think I ain't gonna talk about this? I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna use Lashawan Qadash, so that's what that is, right?
Right.
What the Bible says. What the Bible says about being like that, man. Huh? Let's find that text for me. Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Okay.
I want you to find this text for me there. Look this text up for me. You ready?
You kind of already.
Show you that this ain't something that you go around. Here it is. I got it right here. Look up Leviticus 20 and 13. This ain't something you go around sending rod pictures around, and then they have a young soldier in their group that had sex with a transvestite or whatever it was.
Yeah, he did.
One of the mites.
He did.
Read what you got. Leviticus 20 and 13.
This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
Yeah, what are they?
If a man also lie with mankind.
Who lie? Oh Lord. What did that Oregon? What did that Oregaman, Kazah, Yaram, Yum do? He did what?
If a man also lie with mankind.
Damn. Finish.
As he lieth with a woman.
Right.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
That's an abomination, man. So he was with, I think it was one of them Esau. Don't matter. He was with a transvestite, a tranny. What do you call him? Tranny?
Right. Tranny.
And then killed him.
Shot in the face.
Right in the face. So what is the reason? We got any more on that?
Yeah, constantly.
Read.
They shall surely be put to death.
The Bible says put them to death. That's what I don't condone you put them to death now. But that guy that guy that killed him, did he kill himself or
Nah, he killed himself. He in jail though.
Right. So he executed. He didn't execute himself though. So what did that Oregaman do?
like if a man also lieth with mankind,
Right.
and as lieth with a woman,
Right.
both of them have committed an abomination.
Abomination. We're gonna find that word in a second. Go ahead.
They shall surely be put to death.
Right. Put to death. That's what they did. They stoned them back then, man. Got rid of them. Them said, y'all pigs, man. But we got them saying on this side of the prophecies, man. We got the same thing going on. What has been is now. We still got some crazy things going on, right?
Right.
Finish reading on that.
Blood shall be upon them.
The blood shall be upon them, right? Right?
Right.
Now, not be talking, man, that's just Old Testament. Give me Romans 1:26.
Come.
You know, Kazakh's probably going to find it everywhere on this Bible. If it's there, I'll find it if I can. Aragaman, purple, Kazakh, Yak, Riyam, purple pigs. This is what they do. In the Lashawan Qadash class, we're giving you the words, man. We're giving you the intelligence of how to write that. The Syrian. We'll get you right there to the Syrian in a second here. But that's the ancient Hebrew. Read for me?
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 26.
This is what the people say, oh man, that was the old times, man. The Lord didn't give us grace. Would he give you time to do it again? Would he give you time? Would he get an AIDS shot? Would he give you time for what? To go and sleep with another training? Would he give you time for what? What he give? We talking about? You got grace. You don't even understand what grace is.
Right.
You purple pigs. Read.
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
Vile affection. Read.
For even their women did change the natural.
Where you at?
Romans 126.
Yeah, we read that. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's like
I'm sorry.
For even their women did change the natural use into which is against nature.
Right. They're women, they're men. This is what they did. Their women done this. And then now they're lesbians. And then what their leaders say you can do, you can corrective rape them now. Right? That's what they say, man. So it's both. It's in both places. We got homosexuality in both places, man. That you Most High in the New and the Old Testament.
Right.
So you're not supposed to be done. It's not something that you do, man.
It's like I said.
Go ahead.
This next verse actually says it about men.
Talk about it. I'm sorry. That's what I say.
Like verse 27. And likewise,
read. Also
the men, leaving the natural use of the woman,
right,
burned in their lust one towards
What's
another.
the natural use of a woman? Put that rod where you're supposed to put it.
Right.
But what they doing? They up there sticking a man. Read.
It's like it. And burn in their lust towards another.
Burn their lust toward another man. That's what they're saying. Read.
Men with men working that which is unseemly.
Perfectly. Read what you say. Men
with men working that which is unseemly.
Unseemly. Purple pigs. Am I right?
Right.
Aragaman, Kazah, Yariam, purple pigs. Read.
And receiving themselves their recompense of their error, which was met.
Oh, have mercy. See, this is what they deserve. What they get. You go down there and you do stuff like that, and you shoot the train in the face. Now you in jail, and you up there twerking and looking like a complete, absolutely purple pig. Those words match with abomination, man.
Right.
That's what they are. You know. That makes sense. Any more on that?
Live, sir. Let's hit on that.
Okay. Any more questions in the chat right there?
Live, so not at the moment.
You see, this is what. That's why I put this word up here, man, so we can see those words in Hebrew. See what we have to write. See what it sounds like. Aragaman. You see that Aragaman? That sounds like Aramaic.
Right.
Aragaman. Kazah Yaram. When you hear that, you're a perfect pig. That's what they is out there.
Yeah, right.
Not to mention all the other stuff they do out there, man. Sitting up here talking about you doing a corrective rape for a woman, all this great, man. You know, this stuff. This is like. Okay. Gotcha. Hey, can you I want you to go ahead and write that for me. Let me see. Do we need to do that? Well, anyway, you got the point, right?
Okay.
You want to write that in the Syrian? Think you can do that?
Guys, I can.
See if you can handle that. Write it above and then one below that in Assyrian. Aragaman. In Assyrian. And then write Kazak Yar Yum. Pigs. Multi pigs. There's a lot of them. Right? Take your time. Write that above there in Assyrian. That's for the new people looking in and learn how to read and write Hebrew. You want to learn and write this chart. What he's doing now is using the chart. That look like an X. All right, here. This. I don't want no X. I want that. I want the A. Right. Write a straight line down. Okay. Now write a crook. There you go. That's now you're talking. Right? Okay, so what do you write? Ara Gaman, right? All right, you write in Assyrian. Remember, they got chicken scratch language, right? So the people who are just learning for the first time or the second time, what you want to do is pay attention to that chart and look at the chart. That's the reason why it's important that he make these letters exact or close as he can, right? There you go. Yeah, there you go. Then, of course, if you need room, you have to move the word purple over a little bit. It's not a problem. You're doing good. And you're writing it large so people can see it.
Probably a little too close together. Wide.
No, I'm just saying. You make this, there you go. Make it more circular. Yeah. I'll accept that. Yeah. You move purple out of the way. Kind of put it in and put it under there or something. Anywhere. Right now, just leave it off until you get your word there. You know what I'm saying? All you need is a nod, right? Now wait a minute, you're doing a Syrian, right? You got an ending character at some point, right? Right? Yeah. And you remember that because everything you put up there, you're teaching a person what they need. You put up there, they had an ending character, right? Something like that. I doubt by that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. It's supposed to be like a little slant up to the air, like a 7 that's, yeah, something like that. Then that's supposed to be a little crooked. You got it straight. So when you draw it straight, it almost looks like a Y. So you got to make it at an angle coming this way. Hey, something. Now you put it back that way. And let that angle keep coming this way. That's what you have to do. You have to let it keep coming this way. It has to look that different. Bring the slant this way. That's all you got to do is make it slant so it's straight down the board. You keep wanting to bring it straight down the board. And it looks that way, but you got to make it so different. Yeah, I'd buy that a little better. Okay. That's it, right? Okay, now go ahead and put purple back up there. Yeah, you gotta realize the people are looking to see what you do. Because they have to understand it. It has to look right. Now that's a Syrian written up there, right? Put ASSSR. That's close enough. Now what's the other one there? You got room to write that one up? What you have there? That's Kazam, Kazayar, Yum. Kazayar, Yum. Kazayar, Yum. We're doing it in the Syrian, right? I don't care how long it takes, just as long as it's done correctly. Kazah. Yeah, that purple pig, man. That's what it is. That's what people call the IUIC. Right? Yeah, don't get that too. Yeah, there's Yah. There's Yar. Yeah. Now that's got to be wider than it is taller. That makes sense. That's what makes an R or Ra sound. It's got to be a wide top. Yeah, there we go. That's now that right there is an R. And what else? And then put the word yam, or the suffix is what I would call it, which makes it plural, right? The suffix. Those are yam. That's a ya. I divide that. Now you want to put what? Yeah. Take your time. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, okay, now explain what you've done there. That's the Syrian, right? Go to the top, explain what you've done.
All right, so in the ancient, of course, it looks like a sideways A. And then in the Syrian, it looks like an X, kind of sort of. And then you got the next character like a backwards forward in the ancient,
Well,
and
this-
then in the Syrian,
Yeah. Well, just explain the Syrian.
All right, so this character right here is a rock,
Right.
in the Syrian,
Right.
and then this next one is a God,
Right.
in the Syrian, and then this is a Ma in the Syrian,
Right.
and then the last one is a Na.
It's a noun,
Yeah,
right?
it's a noun.
Why is it like that?
It looks like this is just an Indian character.
It's in the character. Look, point to it on the chart so people can see it. See that right there? Because they can view that if they view it in a little closer. It's like a no. Looks a little weird, but I'll accept that. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that's so that word. That's the word for what?
A ragaman.
And what does it mean?
It means perfect.
And who do we associate that with? Because that's what they wear, right? They wear these purple, free-flowing garments, right? Bragging about that they got many people, right? Hooked up with the policy police, right?
Right.
But go around doing things gay. What you got?
Sister, it's like we got Sister Yaala checking in.
Sister Yaila checking in. That's yeah, I got it. Sister Yaila, okay.
Right.
Wrap it up with it, right? I'm on Sister Yaila, right? Go ahead. All right, what else we got?
All right,
So we got the word what? What we got now? Yeah. And take your time, break it, because it's hard for me to know. That's it. That's perfect. That's perfect. Not Kazaria. Kazar Yar Yam. All right. And what does it mean?
Pigs.
It means pig, swine, or pork. We know the steak about it, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So
So we call them purple pigs at IUIC. Go ahead.
so this first character in the series, that is a cop.
Right,
Then this next one is a rock.
right,
Right. And then the next one is a yacht.
right.
And then the next one is like it's
Where?
no, it's like it's like this right here is a rock.
Right,
Match with this a rock. Then the next one is another yacht.
right there. Right,
And then the next one is a ma. And it also has an Indian character.
right.
So,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
so like this also has an Indian character in it. You find on the board this right here.
Right.
Y'all can see
Show them how to use that chart there.
There you are. In the Bible. So you put in that ma in the ancient, when you come down, you see it in the you see You see the normal Syrian, that kind of
Right.
like a house. And then you come down some more, that one at the bottom is an ending character.
And why is it an ending character? Because of that.
Because it's plural.
No, it's at the end of the word.
Right, end of the word, right. So like,
Right. But this yam
that's
is plural. Now, do we need connectors?
not, so not
Why?
It's not made for that.
Exactly. So what is made for that?
In the ancient days.
That's right. Clap it up for the officer right there. Lazar. Right. You remember when you first started that, man, it was hard, rough, wasn't it? Getting a lot easier, right? Plus you're in class. That's the main thing. You participate in class, plus you're participating out there in StreamYard in class. So clap it up for the StreamYard, right? For the people, man. Clap it up for them. You know, that costs us money to do that, and that, but it's paying off because we got people in class checking this out, right? So basically, we got purple pigs on the loose out there, right? Messing up camps. And you make sure you check in for Sabbath service tomorrow. We're gonna go over that, right?
Right.
We're gonna go over that. How they. All right. I'm gonna erase that off the board. I just want people to see what we have to go through. Right? The purple pigs. Right? Yeah, man. All right, come on. Right? Because they are young. Purple pigs out there. Right? All right, let's go over some tenses here. Put up there like I am watching. Go to that one. I am watching. That's like you're doing something presently. Just write it up on the board. I am. I wouldn't put you under that kind of fire. You got enough room?
Oh, you want me to put I am watching?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, please. You weren't slugging. I don't know how to do that one. But we're gonna show you, right? All right. And when you want to say, like, I am watching, you want to put the word for that is anya. Right up underneath there. Anya. Anya is I. Or I am, right? I'm sorry, Anya. A-N, I'm sorry. A-N, Anya. A-N-Y-A. That's the word for that, I am, right? And then a shamar. What is shamar? Is like watch, right? Then put shamar. But then what you want to do is you want to put shawamar because of the tense that is in. It's wash. Shawa, put a space in there, put a dot there. Wa, and then dot. Then mar. And when you said ing, it's like something that you are doing something. Anya shawamar, right? It means I'm watching, right? So go ahead and write that out in Hebrew. That is the present tense when you want to say I'm watching something. And you can use that same tense for when you're doing almost, you can say I'm reading, right? As a matter of fact, before you do that, put I am reading. Let's just go ahead and prove that. No, leave that there, right? And then we'll do a couple of them just to say, put I am reading, right? Okay. want to put anya. Well, it says I am, saying repeat, right? And the word for read is quara. So you want to say qua, wa, ra. Okay. So when you say that, what you've done is you said I'm reading and I'm watching. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You get the idea, right? So basically, you see that wa there. That's what makes it present tense because when you use I am.
Oh.
Okay, wa. Say anya shawamar. I am reading. Anya wa wara. Okay, let's do another one. One more. I am helping. Like when you help something, I am helping. Okay. So what do you think you're gonna write? How you write I am? Yeah, consistency is the teacher, isn't it? When you do things, I'm just consistency. When you do things over and over again, repetition is the teacher, right? You want to say I zar is to help, right? So you want to say I was zar.
Oh, I was on.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What was it?
I wa zar. I think I got that right. Yeah.
I see somebody's name like that.
Yeah, but that's it means helping. I was zar. But that's the point. So I'm helping. You got the point? I don't put them too close together now. There you go. So that's the point. So go ahead and write them in. Do your translate. Got anybody in the chat there got a question over there?
Lots, not.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably in their mode of drinking shakar yayan, strong wine, right? and then what we have here is I'm watching, I'm reading, and I'm helping, right? And the word for read is ra. The word for help is izar, right? The word for shamar, watching is shamar. So we say shamar. And we say ra. And we say awazar. And we say anya. You can go on and on, just put it, ing. Because when it's the same thing you learn in school is, man, I'm helping teacher, I'm watching, I'm showing, I'm reading. You got the point?
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be ing. But that's where we get this from, okay? So go ahead and out to the side, over on that side, just start on reading. Yeah, anya. You might have to do it in between or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got the words right here. Look at here. See that right there? Or right there. Just do the anya reading. Anya Korah. And it should be an and then ya by itself, right? A ya is a sound by itself, right? What we learned about sounds by itself. So an, we want to join that word. No. All right. On. Where's on? Where's on? Well, then connect them two right there. Then don't get shamed. Hey, that's on, and that's Yah by itself. That's how you write that, right? All right. Now we want Quawara. Kind of like, you can write it down there. That's fine. Qua. Yeah, go ahead and put your connectors on, right, and check your chat in. And most people really won't have too much to do except for look and put this in your notes. What you have? Qua, wa, ra, right? That's right. That would be all. Go ahead and do this other one there. I notice you like to do the ancient Hebrew, huh? But you read in the Syrian, but you write up there. You know, and that's the way I do it because it don't really matter. But the best way is to write it in ancient because it has connectors. It's easier, right? Yah, Awazar. Right. Okay. What you got? Got it up there? All right. Explain what you got.
Okay, so, Yah for wa ra. Alright, so this is the ancient Hebrew right here. So we got the the first character is the then this next character is the na. This depends on the na. That's how you get that an. So you
One, two. Use your pointer. Use your pointer.
and then
Use your pointer.
then that na. And then na. I mean, it's like the Yah, it has its own sound. It has an independent connector. This little
Independent sound.
Right.
So
So
it has
it
an
has
independent
no
connector, right?
come.
So you have on Yah,
Like,
right?
yeah, it's like
And of course, we're doing what? Present tense, right?
Right.
Right, present tense up here, so people have it for their notes. Way up to the top. Just put present tense. Got enough room up there. This is in the present tense, so we make no mistake about it. And then, of course, when we use the word while, we're saying and, okay, or we're saying and we're using it as a preposition. I mean, preposition is and. If we're using it as a possessive adjective, we use it. We're saying is. Okay, but we put it in the middle of the word, so we say shawah, shamar, shah, and watching. So we're saying anya shawamar. I am reading anya hawara. I am helping anya awazar. All right, go ahead. What you have? The next one there? We didn't do the anya shawamar. We're just going ahead and doing I'm reading, right?
Like then
Go ahead.
so this first character is a qua.
Yeah, where we at? Right here?
Yeah.
All right.
Follow rock.
Follow her up. Right there.
So this right here is a qua,
Right.
and it gets a independent connect.
Why? Because it
Because
has
it has its own sound.
an independent sound.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the next one is a
You
wa.
learned that from day one, didn't you?
Right.
Day one of learning connectors, right?
Right.
How far they go back? 3 months ago, 4? I don't know.
All right, longer than that.
But that's the point. When you're out there reading, just remember. Look and see who's in the chat. I'm sorry. Look and see. So when you're reading, just remember. What we got?
It's the same people.
Same people, right? I hope you sit there drinking your shakar, your wine, strong wine. When you're reading, when you're doing chat, when you're doing when you're doing words, you got to remember connectors. These things is a building block, right? Because we learned this long, we learned connectors. I assume that when you come to class, that you know connectors all right.
Right.
But the only reason why I'm taking the time to break it down now, because we're the tenses, we're using the tenses by using vocabulary, adjectives, and nouns, sometimes pronouns too. But in this case, it's just nouns and adjectives and verbs, right? Possessive adjectives. But so when we say qua, wa, ra, ra, we use independent connectors. That's all the upside down U's, right? Well, we learned that, hell, 2 years ago for that matter, or a year. I mean, it depends on when you come to class. So what I want you to understand is that when you're using connectors or whatever you're using in here, you have to have a starting point in your notes. If you don't start and you think that you know this by just osmosis or just by guessing, you have to write this stuff down. You know, you didn't just know. You explain this because you already know it. And it makes a whole understanding. That is actually a sentence. How do we know that? Because you can put a period on the end. Right? You can put a period on all three of them. I am helping. I am reading. And I can keep bringing up nouns. Verbs. To watch, to read, to help. It's a special kind of verb. I can't remember what it is. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm no English teacher, but I mean, I can bring it out. I can research it if I have to. But those are verbs, right? Right. So, and we're embellishing that verb by putting an ing because you're in the present tense of doing something, and that's how you do it in English class. So that's what we're at. So I'm sorry. Finish up what you were doing.
All right, so we got the qua,
Right.
It's its own sound because it has an independent connector.
Right.
Also, the wa has its own sound because
Right.
it has an independent connector.
Yeah, right.
So next you got the ra. It also has its own sound because it gets an independent connector. And that's how you get that qua, wa, ra sound.
Right. And then you can say, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not going to get into that, but I am watching. It's more of a masculine. I will say these are masculine sounds right here. I believe there is. I have to research that. There may be some feminine sounds in there where you can use ha, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not going to get in it tonight because I don't want to be wrong. That makes sense. But I believe there's a point where you can put ha. I believe there's a point where you put anya fahara. That means a woman reading it. But if you want to say that, you just say, so I'm not gonna do that. You want to say she is reading. But when you're saying I am, that could be like masculine or feminine. When you tell a person, a woman to watch those children for a second, she say, I'm watching. Anya shawamar, anya shahamar, I believe. Or you can just say because right now I'm just going to use it in a I know this is a masculine form. Okay? We went over this before. I can't remember now. Who we got? Same people in the chat right there? Okay. All right, do the last one there. Sorry, clock. What we have? I'm helping. Go ahead. Are you trying to do the did you do the I am helping?
I'm doing it now.
No, it's right here.
Yeah, I already did that one.
Did you explain it? Yeah, you did that.
I think I did explain that right there.
I thought you was on y'all power
Yeah,
line.
probably. Like, all right, so this next one is I was off.
Yeah.
All right, so this for this first
Oh, yeah, do that.
is a I.
Right.
And it also has a independent connector, it has its own sound. Then you got the wa. The wa also has its own sound, so it also it has an independent connector. Then you get zar.
Now, where does that zar come from? Underline that zar as you see it on the board. Underline it over here. Explain what that is, man.
All right, so there's
You're
zar.
teaching now, man. Go ahead.
All right, so the zar, it has a dependent connector. So it depends on the ra. That's how you get that za, and then zar. The ra, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Some
right.
people will put the a right there, but you don't need that negative that a at the end because it'll be right. Zara.
Zara, that wouldn't be right.
So you just get the czar sound because the Z depends on
We're gonna cut it off right now. So no, I was yeah, back. I cut for that. Right. All right. So what are you gonna do up there?
Okay, do that.
Yashamar, if you got room up there, you can write it. I don't know. Yeah, just kind of write a little. Yeah, you be all right. Do the best you can. There you go. Wait a minute now. That right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Let's start.
Okay. If you get it right, people are watching now. Yeah, just cut that Shawa. Yeah. Shawa. No, you're trying to write a serial. I did that too. Wait a minute, are you writing a serial?
Oh, I am writing shit. No.
Right. I mean, I've done it before.
Only writing this.
Hey, I've done this before. There you go. You're writing a Syrian there, man. That's right. Let's go back to the ancient. There you go. Shawa. Shawa. And just remember, you're doing connectors, right? Shawa. There you go. Now put your connectors in, you'll have it, right? Shawa. That's it, right? That's it. Explain what you got. Kind of straighten that M out. That's kind of wild. Everything you got up there is really neat. So let's keep it neat. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a little better, right? Okay.
Okay, so I say, don't forget you got the I. This I depends on the nod. That's how you got that shine. I mean that.
So what does that sound like? On?
Right.
Right there, right? On.
And then this carries you. You got the
Ya.
The ya. And this is Y-A.
And what does that mean? On ya.
Ya means I am.
I am or I. I'm.
And it also has a dependent connector because it has, independent connector because it has its own sound.
Right.
And then we're gonna go down to the shop. The shop has a independent as well. And then it also gets its own sound. That's just the shop right here. And then this wah, it also has an independent connector, so it just gets the wah. And then the ma depends on the rock. And that's how you get this mar sound. So mar, so just mar. It also this is a dependent connector. That's how you get mar.
That's it. Clap it up. That's some learning from a trooper all the way to Officer 50 right there. Actually, from a young man to 50. That's some learning there, right? You discovered some things up there, ain't you? So we got that? So we got any questions on this? See if we got time here, we'll move on to a little bit more, then we'll stop. Got any more questions in class? All right.
This is now 8:13.
Yeah. Go ahead and erase that. If you could from your Bible, stop. Yeah. We got time to get a few more in there. We'll move on to a past tense. Well, we've done past tense before. I know we've done future tense, but I don't even want to go and move on to anything else because I don't want to get people confused. I want to keep that present tense in their mind. Anya and shawa. I don't want to move on to something else. I might do one. Let's put past tense up there. I might do just one past tense. You know, like I am watching, so we're going to say I watched. Right over there. You gotta be way over here, over there, over there, over there. Yes, you got plenty of room. I watched. Right. There you go. You got plenty of room right there. There you go. So the past tense, and when we say I bar, what we're gonna say, how you say I? Right on, yeah. Give yourself a little room back this way. Yeah, right there. On, yeah. Then you want to say shamar, right? But you want to say shamar thaya. Thaya. Okay? And I'm not going to get into you and he tonight because I don't want to take it no further. I don't know about any other teacher, but I usually don't try to do all the tenses at one time. It's too much for the brain up there, right? So what are we saying here?
I watch.
Think out an A up there. This is after you've been on Shamar. Yes, stop. After you've been on Shamar, and then you say, man, did you watch? You say, Anya Shawamar. I'm watching, man. Or I may use a word like go watch. But in this case, when you get off your post, you can say, I watched. That's what this is saying, right? That's what that's saying. I watched, right? So, Sharmar Daya. Go ahead and write that out. In the Hebrew, going from right to left. There we go. We won't have as many participation because I want people. And we usually don't when we're doing tenses because it's really not a whole lot of questions you can ask. You just want to write down things right now. Put them in your notes so the next class that we get into, we may even do some of that next week or the week after. You never know. We may go over tenses again. But right now, we want to go over some tenses and their vocabulary as words that would fit to make these tenses happen. So, and of course, this gives you good exercise in writing that Hebrew, right? The ancient Hebrew. Now, what I want you to do when you get done, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you do that one.
Shamartha. Then you want to write Yah. You remember what Yah, the kickstand looking Z looking thing? Yeah. Now put you. There you go. Yeah. Come a long way. See what it takes? And right up there, this is the past tense. Right? This is past tense. It's for the sake of the film that we're rolling here for people to see that we've done present tense, now we're on past tense. I'm not going to stick too much on past tense. And it's not so much that I don't want to fill up the whole class with it. It's just that I know how it can be. It can be confusing. And to learn it, I just want you to learn it. Write it down. Put it in your notes. You're not going to commit it to memory right away the first day, but you will at least have it in your notes. So when you want to say something in Hebrew, you'll be able to have it right here. Right. So the word is anya, shamar thaya. I watch. If you want to say you watch, you say ata. But we're not going to get into that. This is I watch, anya, right? So explain what you got there.
All right, Because the I in the ancient Hebrew, this I depends on the na. That's how you get that on. A-N.
If you want that on sound. Not that it depends on it, but if you want the on sound, then you're gonna need them to come to work together, right? Now it depends on it, right? Go ahead.
Then it's Yah. It has a independent connector, so it just has the Yah.
And right.
Then the Shah.
Use your pointer.
The Shah is right here.
Yeah.
That's how you just get that Shah. It also has an independent connector.
Right.
And this Ma depends on the Ra. So that's how you get that Mar sound.
Right.
And then it's Ta. It has an independent sound. It has an independent connector, so it gets its own sound as well. And Ta.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Yah. Also, it has an independent connector, and that's how you get this Yah.
Yeah, right. So say that whole word about that.
I'm Yah Shamar Yah.
Yeah. Laugh it up. Young man, all the way to the officer. You got it. You first started, you think you could ever do that? Past tense?
No.
Me either. I mean, you know, hey. Damn right. But the point is, perseverance, right? What the Bible says, study to show thyself what? Unto who? Not Kazakh unto the Lord. A workman need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Right? So if you study to show yourself prove unto the Most High, He don't give you what you need. He gonna give you the class. Isupk, we offer the classes to learn the tenses, the verbs, vocabulary, possessive adjectives, the prepositions, the tenses. Okay, I mean, you know, we learn all these things. The nations, the 12 nations, the 12 nations, the 18 nations, the 12 tribes. Well, there's so much information that we can give in a host of vocabulary words, right? And how and when to put things down, when to use a preposition. All these things, the more you learn, the more you start to come together. And that didn't just come together on one day. Perseverance. You want to be an officer, you want to learn this. You want to be an Isupk, learn Lashawan Qadash class. So these other, this is what we call them, purple pigs. Aragaman, Agaraman Kazayar, Yam, purple pigs. You know, they'll sit up here and they'll learn from us and still get it wrong. Right? All these other camps, IUIC, HOI, all of them, GOCC, all of them get this mess. They get their mess because you know it's messed up because they go around calling it Shalom. Shalom. Where they get that from? From the Jews.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, like happy Sabbath, and they getting that from women who are running their camps. They're purple pigs, man. You know, I'm gonna beat that word. If it's Lakamawan, he's like that. That good night. But the thing about it is, you only get this stuff right here. The Most High could have only given us back in 1969 because we got this information right here. You know, I believe in what the Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Hunter, what we teach. We don't teach second grade information. We teach firsthand knowledge. We learn from the men above us. We learn what these words mean. Right? Shamar, man. And see, you got people, and that's how you know that we are the teachers to all of our people. And the ones that mess up, they're not part of us. They're not. That's why we say we're not affiliated with any of the Israelite group. Because they'll take this and they'll mess this up. Right? You're not here by accident. Now you are. I'm not here by accident, right? The people in the chat, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Thumb, to all of my brothers, Yahweh Shem, Al Thun, by Shem, Yahweh Shai, to all of my sisters. We learned that in the Isupk, right? Because we understand the truth, man. We understand what's going on here. So So you want to write that in Assyrian one time for me, right? Write that in Assyrian. Then we'll write maybe you watch, and then I think I'll be done with that. Ooh. Remember now that there. Yeah, I can buy that. The like it's trying to dance across the board there, ain't it? All right, I'll accept it. Go ahead. And I'm just trying to say it's got to look like the chart because you got new beginning people. That's kind of too long there. Yeah, something like that. There you go. You got beginning people that are looking at these characters, making sure that they're correct because they're looking at what? The chart. They're looking at the ancient chart. Now you look at now I write them like that, but across the bottom it should be a little shorter. Oh, you think? Well, look at the chart.
No, I agree.
Right, about like that. That's about right. That looks a little better, doesn't it? You want to look as much as like that chart as you can make it look like, okay? Now, right there, what you got right there, I would make all that house looking, I would make that a curve. Yeah. Like, something like that.
Still look at a house.
I would make it. Now, I understand why you did it.
Oh, I know. I remember.
It's a curve with a little peak there. I understand.
Oh, no, no.
You can put a little peak on the end up there. Straight line down. Just remember, everything's straight line like you had it.
I remember how.
Sort of like that. Yeah, there you go. You're trying to look like that board, whatever that board is, right? It ain't gonna be perfect, but we want it to be so unique to each character that it's like you can't miss, right? Great job, officer. Now, what is that? An R?
A rock.
Now, what did I say about the rock? It has to be wide as it is tall, right? It's the only. That's because there's so many things that look like sevens up there. It ain't even fun. There you go. Now, there's no mistake about that. That makes sense? Okay. Because if you don't do it that way, then people try to mistake it with some of the seven-looking word up there, right? It looks like that's going to be a thought, because a golf club, right? And then we want to write up what? Yeah. It's a little flying bird, eh? Shama.
Oh,
yeah. Really, all you got to do is look above you. Yeah, I'd buy that. Anan, Anya, kind of hard. But if you look at that, it's a little like Anaya. That's why I prefer the ancient over the Assyrian, for that reason. Shah, Shamar, Ra. Anybody in the chat still? We're not frozen, are we?
No.
So StreamYard's working good. Good. So this is the past tense when you want to say I watched. Now we'll do maybe one or two more and then we'll end class, okay? We want to do you watch. We got room. Just erase that, those two. People have to pick that up on the other way around there. You good? You're not tired, are you?
No.
All right. Go ahead and erase that too. Yeah. All right, now let's write you watched. You watched. I hate to go into these tenses in the past because I don't get confused. You watched, like I watched, now you watch. Boy, it's hard. It was hard enough to teach these, I tell you. Now, how do you say you in Hebrew? Atah. So write atah. Right? And watched Sharmata. 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 Sharma. Shamartha. I'm sorry.
Oh, Shamar.
Shamartha.
Oh,
There's an R in there. Yeah, Shamartha. Shamartha. Yeah. Okay. Got it? So go ahead and explain that, what you got up there.
are you gonna write in the ancient?
Well, just explain first what you got up there.
So,
A thought. A thought. I don't know if we got that spell right either. You got it spell right?
ATH. Oh, and then I need to put an H in.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say right there. Okay? That makes sense?
Okay.
Right.
Alright, so
Explain what we put up there.
so ta,
What does I thought mean?
you.
Okay, well, write that. Okay, yeah, I mean, just use your pointer and explain things as you go.
So ta,
Right?
this means you. Like how we say Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Baruch Atah.
There you go. Now you teach.
Atah just means you ask the Lord to watch over you.
Damn right.
Uh,
For a woman, it would be Hatan.
I
I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But go ahead. It's Hatan.
Alright, so the Atah means you,
Right?
and then this watch, it means they say in Hebrew it's Shamar Ta. Shamar. That kind of sounds feminine. Is that feminine or no?
Not Shamartha. Shamar is what?
Watch.
And you're just saying thought on the end, right? That's all you're doing. Okay? You're just putting the word thought on the end.
Okay. So it's like if I may.
Go ahead.
Alright, so you know how this person says Shamar Tayah. So what's that Yah? So you know how this will say Shamar.
On that word there?
Yeah, kind of. Like what makes this watch?
Job?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I believe it's, what did I say? Oh, yeah, I know what you're looking for. It means, what was the question you asked?
I was asking you see guys this would say Shamar.
Oh,
Tayah.
Yah. What does the Yah mean?
And you see how this one has Shamar Ta.
Yah is like my watch. Like I watch mine. Shamartha.
Okay.
It's my watch. It's mine.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yah is mine. Yah is
This is possessive.
Yah is possessive, right? So Yah is like me or mine. I watch. Say me and mine, so that's what that means.
That thought just means like, and not thought, but so what's the difference between this one and Shamar thought? The thought is
The thought means dear thou, like you, thou watched. Thou watch. Right? Is the like the watch or thou or thee. Like you watch, thou has watched. So that's what that means. It's just an old English way of saying that. But you gotta realize those are translators that wrote that. So Atha Shamartha. Shamartha. Not Shamartha, but Sharmatha. So it's thou watch. So who watched?
you watch.
You watched. Right? Thou watched. You were on your watch. You were on your watch. You watched. And then if I say, if if you say I watch, say Anya Shamarthaya. And I said, thou have said, thou have watched. And you say, Ata Shamartha, or that's what you're saying. Thou have watched. You watched. I said, yep, you have. Thou have watched. That makes sense? Okay. You can. I think somebody at Quadam said, I believe he's saying, are you watching? Are you watching? He's saying, Hawa'a. It's more of a question, right? Hawa'a ata shawamar. Hayya. I don't know. It could be. Quadam. I'll look into that. All right. Are you watching? It's asking a question. Okay. I'll have to get don't know. Atasha Wamar. You watching. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense right there. You want to say Ata Shawamar. That's right. So when you say they are implied, it's implied. That makes sense. When you want to say, are you watching? You want to say Ata Shawamar, like you. You want to just say you. Now that's how black people talk. You watching,
Right.
you right? Now you don't have to say are you watching. That makes sense. Like Ross said that. He's right. It's implied that you're watching, so you want to say, just like you would say Shawamar, so just say you watching. So Ata Shawamar. Are you watching? You watching? In other words, you're saying you watching. Same thing as saying, are you watching? That's what you're saying.
Like slang.
You have, you say, you can go up and say, like, instead of, you ask the question, you watching, man?
Yeah.
That's what you basically saying. So you say, Ata. That's that word, you. Watching. And what do we say with the present tense? So say, you watching? You know, are you going to be watching? Are you watching, man? Say, Ata Shawama. Yeah. That makes sense. You watching. I think Abijah said, Sharamarka should suffice. Yeah, and so it's a few ways you could say you watching. I just never really thought of it that way, but it makes sense, right?
Right.
So we're saying, I watched Aya Shamartha Ya. You watched Ata Shamartha. And say you watching. So we're saying Ata Shalomar. Okay. Even one Rabbi said shawarmaka. Shawarmaka. Say that. But we have to talk in a way in the way we talk, the way black people talk, right? Right? The way we do that. Let's see. Are we done with that? Let's see. The ka, I said, Ross say, the ka, the end of that verb is you. So it's the ka. Let's see. Let's go to the ka. Yeah, ka would be you or your. So if we would use that, if we would use the ka at the end, I think that's what Abadi was saying. So, yeah. But anyway, what we got up here? We got I watched and you watched, right? Let's see. What else we got here? We got time for one more. Shuramarka, that would be a you. Yeah, you can say that because the ka would be you without. There's a few ways to say this without getting it so many. You can use your prepositions and your possessive adjectives. I'm sorry, in this case. So we're going to go to the I think let's see, we got the last one. Let's see what we got. On our present tense, and we would have no, a past tense. I'm sorry. Let's do the last one on the past tense here. Let's go. He watched, right? It says Hawa Shamar. Write that one up there, and that'll be the last one we put up. You got room, or you have to erase that? You can put it right here.
You want me to go ahead to explain this one, or you can go ahead and do
Go ahead and explain that. Yeah.
Alright, so
Alright,
so this atah, this ah,
right.
it has its own sound, so it is an independent connector. Right. The ah, two letters right there, and then this tha, it's THAH.
Right.
That's how you get this tha depends on the ha.
Right.
That's how you get tha. And then this sha right here, the sha SHA. That's how you, it has an independent connector as well. That's how you get this sha. And it's mar. This mar depends on the rod. That's how you get MAR, mar.
Right.
And then the star, it also has an independent connector, and that's how you get the THA, star.
Ah.
Atah Shamar Tha.
Meaning you watched. Right? We don't want to complicate things. That's why it's just keep it. I watch, you watch. Right? And then we want to say he watched, right? So Awa Shamar. You got enough room? I don't think we got enough room. Well, this first one you will just say he. He watched. He watched. Right. So it's going to be a masculine form, right? He watched. Go ahead. Hawa Shamar. Let's see. that spelled right? Hawa. We gotta put
another A.
Hawa. Yeah. So it's got, if we get ready to write it out in Hebrew, we gotta include that, right? Hawa. Yeah, there you go. All right, Hawa Shamar, meaning he watched, right? So go ahead and write that in Hebrew, and that'll be the last one we do tonight. And then you explain that one there. No, it looks right because is AH, right? But you probably, yeah. I would say it like that. All right, so go ahead and start on the, did you do this one? We did that one now?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, go ahead and finish this one and we'll be done.
It's hard, right here. H8.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah, break it down like a skill.
It gets it. This also has an independent connector, so it gets its own sound. Ha. Then this next one is a Y. This Y, it's like this right here.
Right.
W8. It also has an independent connector, so it gets its own sound. And it's AH. It also has an independent connector, it gets its own sound.
Right.
And the shop, that's like a
No, Hawa, that's right. I mean, it's yeah, no, I got it.
And then the shot, SHA, the shot, it has an independent connector, so it gets its own sound, shot. And then this MAR, so you got this MAR depends on the rock, so that's how you get MAR. It's MAR, MAR.
Is it?
MAR. Okay.
All right. So we went through the past tense. Of course, we went through the basic past tense words, right? And we went through the present tense. And then, of course, we went through some variations where you'd say, you watched. Right? Ata Shawamar. So, let's see what we got.
I think we did do this.
Did we do that?
I think we did. I just had to race it to watch to write the next one.
No. Okay. All right. I mean, through the basics. So we may get into future tense next week. We might not. I don't know. Definitely, I didn't mean to go this far in the past tense. But I want people at least write it down in the notes. We've gone on this before, right? So we got I watch Anya Sharmataya, right? It says I watched. You watch Ata Sharmata, right? He watched Hawa'a Shamar. Okay? And you wrote them down in the ancient, right? Because it's easier to write in ancient than it is in Syrian anyway, right?
I think it's like I said, I think it's easier to read in the Syrian and it's easier to write in the ancient. What you think?
Yeah, that's because it's definitely easy to write in Syrian, but the only reason why it's easy to read is because that's what we use in Syrian.
And it's enough.
It's a knock, right? I got the Tanakh in the ancient,
You do?
Yeah.
You hold it back.
No, I mean, I have it. It just,
I want to see
you know,
that.
we don't read it as much.
Yeah, I want to see that.
You know, you wouldn't be as fast on it because you have to get used to it. You know, I have read it before, but I'd rather read the same because I'm used to reading it.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's whatever identifies faster, you know. But yeah, you could. But there is a Tanakh in the. We got the Lord's Prayer in ancient too. We may bring that out one day.
I want to see that.
You want to see that? Let's see. I think I may have it right here.
I want to see that. I mean, but then it's kind of good. Like, it's really good to know the Assyrian, because you see it. Like, sometimes I seen a person some person, he had a sticker, and they had the Assyrian Hebrew, and I knew exactly what it said.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
Right.
Yes, I see the Assyrian a lot, because I be seeing people with a sticker on the back of their car, and they got the Assyrian Hebrew, and I know I can read it.
Right.
So
there you go.
that's good to have.
Mm-hmm. But you're not going to find the ancient Hebrew out here relevant.
Right.
We're only not speaking though. Oh, yeah, all these fake camps, these purple pigs, right? They have it. They copy off of us. You know they don't have it because they sitting up there reading Shalom
yeah.
and what else?
Shalom,
Shabbat or something.
Shabbat.
Yeah. So you know we.
Like a brother, I don't know. I ain't gonna say it on camera. I ain't gonna say it on
Yeah. If you're not sure about it. So it says Aragaman, and it's purple, man, right? And pork, pig, swines, because they are yum. So those are the ISUIC that go around saying shalom and all those different type of words, man. We don't get into all that stuff, man. Only in ISUK. You get the original here.
Right.
We got the people here. I mean, and if we hear the reason why we learn and master this language is because we got many brothers that understand it.
Right.
And this is the home of the truth. That's the point. Right?
Right.
But anyway, yeah, we got the Lord's Prayer and what you would call paleo, it's called paleo, but it's called ancient, right?
Right.
When we say Avanava Shabbat Shalom Qadash Hayeshamka, we have that, right?
Right.
But you don't look at it. Some of these words, some of these letters here are characters don't look like that chart. That's why I don't. It's all right, but I mean, I have to think about it for a second. But in the, I almost have to write it down a little bit better because like the sa looks like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a sa. You know, I have to think about it. That makes sense. So we good on that? All right, let's clap up the class then, right? All right, let's read some announcements. Turn the class over. Read some officers in the yard. We're going to close out the class. We're going to salute out the brothers, right? Go ahead.
It's the ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK, starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander J. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here. They are to be saluted on. They are here to share themselves of the word. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18, 21, and Malachi 3, 18 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. My 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Howsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. That will be the memorial blowing of the trumpets. This is the first day of the 7th month on Friday the 15th September of this year. You find this in Leviticus 23 and 24 through 25.
in my Akim, and I walked to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a troop in the school. So I wearing all their boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. That we're gonna salute the brothers and sisters out. Go ahead.
Shabbat, Machi, Rock,
How about Shimmy Abshab Rakatah?
Turn faces sisters. Shabbat, Machi, Rock,
How Shema Allah Shimmy Abshab.
Yasabata, class dismissed.